These are our 5 friends that are going to be entertained by the speech today.
150 guard.
And my name is Chanel Penn, and I am a senior here at Spring Arbor University, and my degree is in psychology. And today I'll be talking about stress and the effectiveness of stress. So how many of you would say that you experience stress on a monthly basis?
Me.
How many of you would say you experience stress on a weekly basis?
Mm-hmm.
And how many would you say that you experience stress on a regular basis?
Absolutely.
Most Americans are suffering from moderate to high stress, with a 44% reporting that they've had an increase of stress within the last 5 years. But stress is also taking a toll on children. Almost 1/3 of children report having physical symptoms of stress, including headaches, stomach aches, and lack of sleeping or staying asleep. Americans live in a culture today where their lives are in so high demand, whether it's work, families, the economy. People are constantly on the go. And the truth is, we are all going to feel stress in one setting or next. But the question is, are you effectively managing your stress? Stress is becoming the leading factor in death. Yes, death. Millions of people are experiencing health problems such as heart disease, depression, and Alzheimer's disease. Also, people are experiencing symptoms of stress on a daily basis, whether that includes chronic headaches, anger, suddenly crying, or constant anxiousness. Many questions are being asked, such as, what are the main factors in stress? How do we de-stress our lives when we feel stress? And lastly, and ultimately, why aren't people changing by managing their stress more effectively? And what are the long-term effects of stress? I want to encourage you all to become managers of stress and to regain control over your stress. It is time to manage your stress and no longer allow your stress to manage you. According to the American Psychological Association, there are many factors contributing to stress, and I'm going to give you 3. The 3 that are leading causes of stress are money, work, and being overweight or having health problems. Looking at money, 75% of Americans say that money plays a huge role into their stress. The lower economic status that you are, studies have shown the higher stress levels. Why is that? The reason being is that there is a high stress level that happens when you are in constant demand of getting your needs met. So if you have a lower economic status, you are constantly trying to get those needs met by one situation or another. Looking at work, 70% of people say that their workplace or their current work position are leading factors in their stress. Studies have shown that the lower on the pay scale you are, plus the high demand of your job equals higher stress levels. So basically, if you're lower on the pay scale, you're going to experience high stress. The jobs that say have the higher stress levels are anyone in administration or technical support, because those jobs are such in high demand all the time. Now looking at our 3rd factor, overweight and personal health concerns, 53% of people say that that is a main reason for their stress. It's because they're constantly anxious over their current setting in life. Only 43% of young people say that being healthy is important. So we're having different people experience all these health problems and obesity, feeling more stressed. So how do we de-stress our lives? The first way that the American Psychological Association tells us is exercise. Records and reports show that getting a daily amount of 30 minutes a day of exercise will actually decrease your stress levels. Less than half of Americans can say that they are in very good health, and 51% of people believe that it's important. So if you don't get regular exercise, you become obese and you become developing health problems, which, like we just said, is a cause of stress. When you're not exercising, studies have shown that you start skipping meals, overeating, eating unhealthy, and developing multiple other unhealthy habits. Another way to de-stress your life is simply getting a good 8 hours of sleep. When you don't get your 8 hours of sleep, this takes a major hit to your body. You have lack of judgment, less emotional control, and lower ghrelin. Ghrelin is the neurotransmitter that transmits messages to your brain from your stomach. It actually tells you when your body's full. So if you're not getting your 8 hours of sleep, you are tending to overeat, then becoming more and more unhealthy and possibly obese, which we just seen is a major factor in stress. So how do we change? Why isn't there change? Well, 70% of people say that if they only had more money, energy, or confidence in themselves, they would change. And that's the most reason why people aren't changing. And they simply say they don't have enough time. So if you don't have enough time, you're developing more stress. And more stress equals more health problems. Heart disease, Alzheimer's, depression, and anxiety are all health problems that develop if you don't manage your stress effectively. So to recap, this stress is a growing epidemic that's happening around America today. And if we don't learn to become managers of our stress, we can become very hurtful to our own bodies. So to recap, we talked about the causes of stress being money, work, and also being overweight or multiple health problems. We talked about how to de-stress your life by exercising on a regular basis, also by talking about sleep and how vital sleep is, and then talking about how 70% of Americans say that they simply don't have time or the confidence to change. And if they don't change, they will develop health problems. I want to encourage all of you to become managers of your stress, not only for yourself, but in future generations to come, to change the way the Americans de-stress their lives. Thank you, and have a great night.